Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Get Social with Bond Finance. My name is Sarah Wilkins, and I'm sat here today with Bruce Mannering, who is a director at Bond Finance. Hi, Bruce.
Hi Sarah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm loving these new headphones and mic. You sound
Uh,
really clear.
indeed.
So,
Um, Bruce, today we are going to be chatting about foreign national finance.
correct. So it is a very niche area. So there's a few do's and don'ts which people need to understand. So I'll be covering off today a little bit of an introduction about bonds. What are lenders looking for when lending to foreign nationals? Then I'm just going to look at a few first-time buyer rates and some second-time buyer rates. Now, obviously, rates change on a monthly basis. So these are quarter four rates in 2024. If you watching this and it's 2025, please come back to us for updated rates. Okay.
Okie dokes.
So, a little introduction about Bond. Started Bond back in 2004 with my business partner, Dan Newbury. We're SAA regulated and founded members of the NACFB. If your broker doesn't have these accreditations, find a firm which does. All our brokers are CMAP qualified, and we've got two very distinct departments. We've got a residential and buy-to-let department, and we've got a commercial department which does everything else. So this is our team. We're based next door to Bank of England, so we're a mid-sized city-based firm. So what are lenders looking for when lending to foreign nationals or expats? So they're looking for good income. Generally, £50,000 or equivalent is Skipton International's criteria. Other lenders can be lower. They want some UK landlord experience and a UK credit profile in an ideal world. Now, most people who come to us don't have all of these 3 points, but we can still help them. Generally, your first loan is capped between 65 to 70%, but on your next purchase, we can then get the full 75% loan to value. Now, what is fundamentally different with UK lenders compared to other overseas lenders is that UK lenders only look at the income of the property to work out how big the loan is. And they're not looking at your personal income to work out what sort of size mortgage you can have. That is very much different compared to the EU, Singapore, Hong Kong. They're all looking at combined rent and your taxable income. In the UK, they're just looking at the rental income. So rates for first-time buyers. Obviously, they're slightly higher, and there's more lenders in the marketplace once you've bought your first property and earned. I talk about earning your credit stripes.
Yeah.
So once you've got your landlord experience and you've earned your credit stripes, after 12 months, there's more lenders in the marketplace and they lend higher amounts of money. So, Together Money. Here's Together Money's rate card. I only really use them for Scottish properties because the rates are so high. They lend tiny amounts of money. They can generally, I think it's 28,000 to 50,000 they can lend. So only really ideal for high yielding Scottish properties. They also lend when there's a Circle or Mears lease in place. I'll cover that off later down the line. Octopus is what I call is a credit builder product. It's only for 2 years. The loan's only for 2 years. So you would then build your credit stripes up, then look to remortgage later on down the line. At 75%, they'll lend us 70% day one. If it's below 100, it's 7.25. If it's above 100, it's 6.99.
Okay.
Quite quick, great to build your credit profile. HTB have come into the market and they've changed their underwriting criteria. They will lend up to 75% to a first-time buyer if there's one applicant with a single income of 76,000 or £100,000 joint, or have £100,000 in savings. Their minimum loan is 100,000. So the property has to be worth over 134,000 to qualify. After you've rented out the property for 6 months, they've got no minimum incomes, which is nice.
Yeah.
They also got some 2-year rates as well. We seem to be doing a lot on the ERC Lite product, which is the low fee option.
Okay.
Quantum will also lend to first-time buyers if you own one property abroad. They'll lend at 55%. The minimum income is 35,000, and they've got some quite good fixed rates at 6.89%.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad at all. They will also lend at 75% once you've made 9 bridge payments. So that's more like a BRR strategy, buy, refurbish, remortgage strategy. You then sit on the bridge, get the property rented out. Circle and Mears are social housing providers which will take a property off you for 3 to 5 years, and they will use it for their tenants, and they'll give you guaranteed rent for those 3 to 5 years, which a lot of foreign nationals like, because you just give the keys and you get the rent for 3 to 5 years, and you get the keys back after 3 to 5 years. This is quite a good strategy. Molo have come into the market. They lend to Chinese nationals. That's their USP. They've got no minimum income, minimum property 75,000, will lend on single lets and HMOs up to 75%. And the 1-year fix seems to be very popular currently, because it seems like lots of people are taking that rate for a year because they think rates are going to come down. And then they're looking to remortgage after that 1 year.
Yeah.
Now we can see the difference once you've built up that credit stripes, once you've built up that landlord experience, and you're looking to buy your second property. So HTB will now lend at 75%, and you don't need any income. So they've got away with all those income requirements once you bought your second property. Their minimum loan is 100,000, so once again, purchase price is 134. And what we can do is we can bundle up 2 or 3 properties together to if you've got 2 or 3 low value £50,000 properties, you can bundle them all up and get a portfolio mortgage with HTB, which is quite a good strategy.
Yeah.
Quantum are now at 75%. Once you've got that 75, once you've got that second property, their minimum loan is 30,000, minimum income 35. Again, they lend to Circle and Mears. The reason why I like Quantum is they lend at 55% if you own one buy-to-let board. They'll lend at 75% after 9 bridge payments. You do BRR, and they lend 75% if you own one buy-to-let in the UK. But it's what they will lend on. Which is HMOs, MUBs, which is blocks of flats. They'll do holiday lets. They do properties above commercial, properties less than 30 square metres. There's no 6-month rule, so we can do a day one remortgage like the good old mortgage trust, Mortgage Express days back in the early noughties. And again, Circle and Mears, they're happy with that. So Quantum are very flexible if you are an overseas national. They're not the quickest lender, but at least they'll do. They're flexible in their approach and underwriting. Now, the best rates in the marketplace are with Lenco. They've got 2-year rates there at 5.39. You've got to add 0.5% loading. So we're now getting foreign national rates starting with a 5 on both 2 and 5-year money. Which I haven't been able to say that in a long, long time, at least 2 years. So Lenco are great, but you need to come to them with a total quantum of debt of 300,000. So if you've got a portfolio and you've got, I don't know, three £150,000 properties, we can get three separate loans, and as long as the total debt is more than 350-ish, they will lend at 65% loan to value.
Oh, good.
So it's very good for a foreign national who's built up a portfolio and looking to remortgage.
Yeah.
Now, there's lots of other lenders out there in the marketplace. I haven't touched on them all because the rates are not as good as what I've shown you. But there are other lenders in the marketplace. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, the foreign national market. I've even heard that Shawbrook may entertain it one day. So
wow.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being my host. The most. And yeah, if you've got any questions, please reach out to me.